Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura. And
Christina Pajitsin.
welcome to your mom's house. DJ Dadmouth.
That's DJ Dadmouth exclusive by Sounds Made the Beat. This is sort of like when Tony Touch said that, you know, Gangstar made a song. It's for him, you know. I'm like the top of the mountain.
What are you saying? This is all nonsense, whatever you're saying.
All the DJs in this town I'm talking about. This doesn't concern you. Don't worry about it.
No, it doesn't at all. Did you brush your teeth? You didn't. Your teeth look like FIFOs right now.
You're terrible.
They're crusted and brown. And
no, they're not.
You smiled earlier, and there was just brown flecks of stuff in there.
You say rude things.
Did you brush today?
Rude. Any more rude stuff you got to say or no?
I got more. I got a whole list.
Why don't you plug your farts real quick?
I'd love to, Tom. Guys, come see me live, September 27th, 8 p.m. Seattle, Washington, at the Tecumanya Comedy Club. So it's technically Tecumanya. September 28th in Chartland, Oregon, at the Helium Comedy Club. October 4th in Dallas, Tejas, at the Hyenas Comedy Club. October 5th, Houston, Texas, at the Secret Group. October 23rd, Mamiana, at Morty's Comedy Club. And then October 24th at the very famous Cincinnati, Ohio, at Go Bananas. I'm doing one-nighter shows. Get your tickets at thousandranch.com. That's spelled out THOUSAND.
I just heard a boy cry.
ANCH.com. Ignore him. Who cares?
Okay.
He's fine. Look.
All right.
Oh, there he goes. Let's hit pause for a minute, yeah?
Okay, sure.
Let's see how this goes.
You're back.
I'm back.
Nice belch to get us back.
You got it. Put that baby down.
Mix of things.
Yeah. Where was I?
You were talking about dates.
Go Bananas. So I'm going to Cincinnati, obviously. You know, October 24th to do one stand-up show at Go Bananas. But I'm also going to be making a pilgrimage to the hotel. I'm going to request to stay in room 618.
Not 808?
Not 808. I'll go up to 808 and I'll kiss the number with my hand to
Makes
pay
sense.
homage.
Yeah.
Anyways, tickets at thousandranch.com. That's THOUSAND ranch.com. Please come see me. It'll be fun.
Well, this weekend I'll be in Triple D Round Tits, Ohio.
Oh, what's that?
Liberty Township. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Who's with me? Pat House.
That was a lot of vocal fry.
Of course. Pat House coming with me. Next week, July 14, 15, 16, I'm at the American Comedy Company in San Diego.
That's good. San Diego's good.
San Diego, California. And then St. Louis Tits the week after, Missouri. A bunch of other dates. I'm going to Be More, Be a Whore. I don't know. They're all at tomsegura.com. So if you want tickets, go to tomsegura.com. Click on the shows page. All of them are there. Where else is there? Oh,
I got some suggestions.
Come on a Bus, Ohio.
Yeah. For Houston, Huge Come.
Okay.
And for Indianapolis, A Million Floppy Tits.
It's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's got solid work.
Yep. As of course I've told you guys, Charlotte is in October. Jude Ork Titties in September, and Philadelphia in November. So that's it. What do you think, Jeans?
I think that's pretty great.
Yeah, those are good cities. Jeans, you want to take over?
Yeah, sorry, I got to pull. Okay. I just love this product. My entire underwear drawer is overtaken. You're going to do that in the middle of my reading?
Well, it doesn't affect it.
It kind of does.
I didn't hear anything.
Well, you pushed and did you shit in your pants a little?
No, I'm fine.
Do you think the sponsor wants you to fart in the middle of...
Maybe start it from the top and say this episode is brought to you by... All you said was I love this product.
Okay.
You ready to start the show, Jeans?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do this. Let's fucking party. Damn it.
What happened?
There's always something, man.
With a bag of feces in hand, he doesn't hesitate, running up behind an unsuspecting woman and shoving the waist down her shorts. Watch from another angle. She's on the phone and never sees it coming. The man gets away.
How disgusting is that?
That's frightening.
City seems to be going downhill recently.
Yeah.
This shit is big time!
Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Your mom in the fucking stand!
Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura.
No.
And
Christina Pajitsky.
welcome to your mom's house.
It's not even yours. Where'd you find that?
I hit you with the double Jane.
Oh, my God. It's the worst.
Anyways.
That's even mismatched. The top, does that even go with that?
Yeah, it
You
does.
forced it on there. Man,
Yeah, it goes
you're
with it.
such bullshit.
I brought it with me to basketball today. Played basketball. I shot hoops.
You and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I love your 30-year-old references.
He's the best.
I mentioned my basketball
He's the best
today
player.
3 times, and all 3 times she's like, okay, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Can we get somebody who's not near death? For
I
this
grew up
reference?
with Kareem. He's what I know.
Jesus, you're really dating yourself.
And the Harlem Globetrotters. They
Oh
were
my
all
God.
good.
Are you 70?
Curly. Wasn't he the best player?
Don't you know a little more?
All right, Dad.
Yeah, I tell you, Kareem was something. The skyhook.
He had his
Yeah.
little short shorts back then. The
Jesus.
Lakers all had their
yes,
short
basketball
shorts.
in the 80s did. Can you talk about modern day
That's because
basketball?
my dad was watching it, and then I'd see it because he watched it. Listen, I don't watch that shit. You know, I on
Man, we got to put basketballs in his crib. The new free agency day one of free agency was yesterday, the day before. That's basketball contracts.
Oh,
Day one, the NBA teams collectively spent $1.7 billion signing players. $1.7 billion.
oh, did the Lakers get good people?
No.
Is
I don't think
Kareem playing for us?
Kareem's back. Yeah, they signed him
How
up.
old is he? Like 90?
4 years, $175 million. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, they were really outrageous contracts. Guys you've never heard of were getting like 18, 19 million a year.
Wow.
Yeah, they have really, really outrageous
Now, Kobe
contracts.
doesn't play anymore.
He's done.
He retired.
He just retired.
Oh.
That was his last season, the one that just ended.
Well, he's like 35, right? How old is Kareem? Kobe.
I don't know. I think, you're right, Blue Ben? Yeah. Okay.
Look at your summer dog haircut. Looking good. Both of you
How old
got
is he?
summer dog cuts.
37.
It's new. Yeah, see?
He'll be 38 next month.
Okay. Is he still with that gold digger chick?
Yes.
The girl who he bought her back with
Yes.
the ring is the
His
story.
parents don't like her.
Really?
Yeah, that's the story.
I wonder
His
why.
dad got really upset when he found out he was marrying a Hispanic girl.
Oh, it was a race
It was
thing?
a race thing, yeah.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
I know they're multicultural, the Kobes. He was raised in Italy. I know that. That's all I know about him is he was like this European phenom, right? They should be more open-minded.
Yeah. I know.
I'm sure there's more to it than that.
Well, that
right?
was he had a really tumultuous relationship with his family the last.
Kobe.
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't close.
Interesting. What did he say to you about it?
Well, via text or over the phone, because it's different stuff. I mean, this is well known. I'm not making this stuff up.
Oh, I'm not. I don't think you are.
Yeah, no, it's well known stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, Kobe, I love him. Oh, I remember this.
I'm sitting here in front of you guys.
He was so broken up over this. God, poor guy.
I know.
He was suffering, man.
Furious at myself.
Yeah.
It's kind of a delay on the sound, eh?
A little bit.
Disgusted at myself.
He's so handsome.
Good looking guy.
Making a
Yeah.
mistake.
He stuck it in some girl in Colorado.
Yeah, and then what happened? So the wife found out. It was a big deal.
Well, it wasn't just the wife found out. I think the girl accused him of rape.
Oh, that's right. I remember now. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah.
I forget these stories. It was so long ago, you know.
I think she accused him of rape because of how battered her
How big is
pussy was after that, you know? Because you could picture.
Is that the technical? Is that what the court said?
The kind of dick this guy's got.
Oh, for
between his
sure.
legs.
Kobe's carrying.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ, the salami on this guy.
You talk about assault rifles.
Yeah.
You got to see the
Talk
cock on
about
this
black
guy.
salami.
Yeah.
Look at the wife. She's just like,
She's
you
looking at him like-
motherfucker. I'm going to get a ring. I'm going to get a fucking
She's
bracelet.
You know.
Lamborghini.
Oh yeah. He got
you
her the
fucking-
I'm the strongest person
She's
I know.
counting right now,
strongest
dude.
person I know. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Did they have kids together at
Yeah,
this point?
two.
Oh,
Put you
oh,
through
shit.
this and having to put our family.
Well, I don't know if they had him at this point.
Let's not listen to poor Kobe.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a. Do you think was he proven to be not
No,
a
he was.
rapist?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
think
a
that
human
guy's.
being.
He seems sweet.
I think it comes with the territory if you play in the NBA.
I think so,
in the
too.
NBA, they're like, get your dick ready and
Right.
get it out because it's going to do a lot of stuff.
Right.
Well, you're not just training
Yeah.
to play basketball here. You're going to do a lot of fucking.
Just
those
like
guys fuck the
in
most.
football too, right? But who
Yeah,
fucks
but I think
more, football or
basketball.
why do you think that is?
I think it's just like
The
that
short shorts.
You know, first of all, there's less. You're not actually physically wrecked usually after a basketball game. You can be tired, but you're not like, I think my shoulder broke and like,
Right.
you know,
I have a
so-
concussion.
Yeah. And
That's true.
that culture of like at a game, like the environment is a little more, I don't know. I think
Social.
It's like a social thing.
Well,
and-
I mean, yeah, Nicholson comes to the games. Celebrities sit on the whatever
it's an
court.
exciting thing to go to.
Yeah,
and it's like
social event.
You're shooting hoops and you're like, I'm gonna take a shower. You want to go fuck?
Right.
And then they're like, yeah.
What about tennis
Football.
then?
You're
Tennis
like,
players
I'm gonna
must
have
be
surgery right now.
right, and they're always carried off on
Yeah,
stretchers
yeah.
or whatever.
What's that, tennis?
Yeah, those guys must throw it around the most then.
They probably throw it around. And I feel like they're always big tennis stars are usually in relationships. I feel
Yeah.
like basketball is way more. You know, the thing is, basketball, for a while, you could jump in the NBA from high school. So guys would come in.
Kobe did 17, right? When
Guys come in as teenagers, and there's all this money, and they're traveling every night.
Yeah.
It's not like football, there's 16 games. Basketball, there's 82.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's like, you know,
I did not know
it's a long season, and it's a smaller group, so they get usually tighter, you know? You have a smaller group of people that become friends, and I think it's the environment is also more into like the nightclub, you know, the going out.
Yeah.
Like that.
Partying.
That's bigger in the NBA.
Got you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Just like comedians, same thing.
Yeah. Totally, man. Party.
Comedians should be way more irresponsible than we are. Like, we kind of hold it together more than most people, don't we? Compared to the NBA.
What comedians are you talking about?
First of all, what's that football player you and AJ were talking about? That guy that has like 40 kids.
There's a few.
No, there's one who's notoriously. He has
yeah. Antonio Cromartie. Yeah, we've played him on this show.
right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like Louis C.K. doesn't have 12 children.
We
He's
don't
got
know
a lot
that.
of money.
No,
Come
I
on
know.
now.
Well, come on. I mean, no, but it's not just football. That's sport. I mean, basketball players. There's baseball guys too that have that. A lot of basketball and football
Baseball
players.
players,
The guy that like first brought that whole, phenom, that idea on into the culture was a basketball player. Sports Illustrated did a piece on a player named Sean Kemp back in the I think early '90s. Because he had 7 kids in like 7 different cities. Like it was all on his basketball schedule. Like
Yeah, right.
Whatever teams
Cincinnati
they were playing,
and Indianapolis.
they had kids
What?
there. And everyone was like, 7 kids, it's crazy. Which, you know, it is pretty outrageous. since then, it's gone. The numbers for other people have gone way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting now that we have a child? And don't you feel like the 19 kids and counting woman is the most reckless,
The worst
piece of human
being.
shit?
What are they? The Duggards?
The Duggars.
I think it's so irresponsible.
Oh
and what's
my
even
God.
more reckless
so
is to
crazy.
blame it on religion. To be like, well, if old JC didn't want me to have one of these, he just stopped letting me have them.
Right. God invented birth control too, right?
Well, that's considered sacrilege,
Yeah.
But it's
Okay.
so offensive to everybody to just say, we're going to drain the system, like the burden of each of these lives on this world. And the excuse is just like, God wouldn't let me have these if I wasn't supposed to.
Well, those nutbags are part of a movement called Quiverful. And basically what they're doing is populating enough of themselves to eventually the goal is to get them into government positions and to be public leaders and to create more nuts, basically. They, it's what the Catholics do too. We create a lot of nuts.
Well, in a way, too.
What are you looking at?
If they're,
a kimono?
No, I like it. It's very nice.
It's very nice. It's a nighttime show. So
if I were
kimono night.
Conservative leader, I would support that idea because I feel like at least here that the conservatives are definitely behind. Politically, they have less stars, less big names.
Yeah.
They all
are nutbags. They get proven to be nutbags.
Some of them are not nutbags. My thing is that I think there's a definite shift where you feel like more, especially the youth, is more progressive, right? More liberal.
Yeah.
So if you're a conservative, you go like, we have to find some way to combat this seemingly endless progression of progressives, and one of the ways you could do is be like, look, all you super Christians, you got to start fucking a lot more, having a lot of kids, so that at one point maybe there'll be more of us. It's
that's their whole thing.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm saying it's crazy, but I understand the thought behind it.
Yeah.
Great.
So this video was actually sent by my friend Shauna, who lives in New York.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, she sent it to me. I don't know.
Oh.
Blue Band also picked it up. But Shawnee sent this apparently, and she goes, "Look what's happening in my city right now."
Yeah, this is pretty neat. A guy taking shits, he's putting it in bags, and then stuffing that bag into people's shorts.
That's hilarious. And especially in the summer, that's got to be a really special.
You don't
treat.
get that every day.
No.
With a bag of feces in hand, he doesn't hesitate, running up behind an unsuspecting woman and shoving the waste down her shorts. Watch from another angle. She's on the phone and never sees it coming. The man gets away.
How disgusting is that?
Yeah, that's a bold move.
Yeah.
To take your shit. It's kind of neat, though, right?
Well, I wouldn't use my shit. What if they could do some test and figure out who you are?
You got to go for it. No, you want to do that. Yeah.
I'd use someone else's shit or dog shit.
I mean, your criminal mind is definitely working, but I feel like the exciting part is to be like, you took my shit. Yeah.
I totally get this, by the way.
Yeah.
I totally get it. What a thrill.
What an exciting thrill.
I'm serious.
I know.
As far as pranks go, it's pretty funny.
I don't think he's a prankster. I think he's a severely mentally ill drifter. Probably has a couple of murders under his belt. Yeah.
No. This is just like a summer prank.
College prank. Hey, bro, you get me on camera doing that?
You never did this where you took a shit and put it in a baked potato and put it under some guy's pillow? You did all that.
I didn't.
The shanty.
I shit in a. You know what I did? I shit in a Ziploc bag.
Right.
And I put it in a pillow.
What's the diff?
You said a baked potato.
Well, that's called a shanty. You put it in a baked potato and then you put tinfoil on it and then you hide it in a guy's closet and then it stinks over time. No, I learned this from a frat boy that I worked with at a company called WorldLink.
Okay.
10 years ago.
No, what I did was I shit. It was a hot 5.5.
Let's talk about it. What time of year?
It was. I think it was coming out of summer into fall. It was still real hot.
Yeah.
And I shit into a Ziploc bag.
Now, how did you do that? How did you
It was
do
one
that?
of those Ziplocs that actually has the...
Was it a gallon size? Because I imagine...
It's a big one, yeah. It was a big one.
And then how did you squat?
Not the regular seal, but the,
Ziploc.
No, but the kind you can slide it over.
Yes, yeah.
So, yeah, I was like,
Did you do it over a toilet?
Yeah. I got a hot one in me, and I stood,
Yeah.
I squatted, I held it open, and I was able to, it was like a real mushy hot one, and it kind of plopped in there.
Yeah.
I sealed it up.
Yeah. Keep going.
It was Bill Bealey and Red shared it. Were roommates. It was freshman year of college. And we used to play... We played some card game. Kings, is that what it was called? Every Thursday, we would play that because that's also when South Park would come on. And we Bill was in on it. I go, I'll put it in Red's pillow, and then, we'll just watch him discover there's a bag of shit in his pillow. So, anyways, I put it in there, and we find out that like Red's out of town or Red's not coming back. So we're like, oh fuck.
Oh, no, you got this fresh bag.
I know. So I'm like, well, I guess this whole prank is over. So I take the shit and I throw it out of the dorm, like third floor. I throw it, right?
Oh my God.
And it just lands out in a field somewhere. And so that's Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's out there. I figure it's gone. Red's back in town. We go, let's just see. It's there. It's been cooking in the sun.
Oh, my God.
Take it again, put it back in his pillow. And then
my God.
we play cards. Of course, we're laughing so hard at stupid shit, but it looks like we're laughing at each other's, jokes. Because somebody says something really mundane, and everybody busts out laughing because we're just thinking about him.
The bag of shit.
Yeah.
Now, you guys dorm rooms are small. You
It is small.
Smell the shit.
No, we couldn't smell it from there. So he gets up he's on the top bunk, and then he's like, I'm gonna hit the sack. And we're like, all right. And then all of a sudden we're counting like 1, 2, 3, and like almost on cue within 5 seconds he goes, I gotta change my fucking sheets. So we're like, he's like, oh, it fucking stinks. Starts taking his sheets off, and we're just bracing ourselves.
Oh my God.
He takes his pillowcase and he's like, what the fuck? And he dumps it over, and a bag of shit falls out. Man, he was so fucking heated. He was so upset. He picked it up and he threw, and I remember it came right by my face.
Did the Ziploc bag open?
No, but him and
It's a
Bill.
real testament to the Ziploc brand.
It actually should be a Ziploc ad. I know. And actually, I was hoping that this might reach some of their people.
You don't know now, it might.
This episode of Your Mom's House is brought to you by Ziploc.
Shitting in a bag.
Shit and keep on shitting.
Yeah.
So when he threw it, Bill threw it back, and it basically was, almost a brawl, right?
Ugh.
And somebody definitely ratted on me, but I was able to deny the charges.
Who ratted you out?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know, but I was like,
One
I
of
did
your
not
friends.
fucking. So of course, somebody did. Somebody did. And it's only they ratted me out. It wasn't probably the inner circle. It was one of those things where it got out like Tom shit.
You guys bragged.
Somebody
and
did. I
that's
didn't
how you
brag.
get caught. That's how the
Listen,
killers always get caught.
I denied it for 6-7 years.
Wow.
And then at his wedding, I told him.
What a special gift.
I told him.
Did you whisper in his ear?
No, I gave him a toast, and I told him I'm the one that shit in your pillowcase. And he was like, raised his glass.
What a special gift.
Yeah. But I love him, I love him. But
So
yeah,
you're
I did
saying
do
you
that.
understand the logic of the New York shitter, and
This is a good idea.
this is dear to you.
This is very dear to me. Yeah.
Now, remember the poop pile?
Yes. Do you want to explain to people?
I do. I don't. I want you to, because I don't believe you. This is one of those stories that you've been trying to sell me on for
I'm
like
not
11
selling
years.
you.
It's bullshit.
You've been
Listen
denying
to this
this.
one.
Yeah. So
It's such a lie.
I told you that my junior year, CJ, Jay Reed, and I got an apartment off campus. Freshman and sophomore year, we lived on campus. Junior year, we had an apartment. Senior year, we moved to another one. Junior year, it was this really like out in the woods kind of apartment complex, about 10, 15 minutes away from campus. And in the summer, we lived there. Justin didn't live there, but Casey and I did. And we also had other roommates, people, I don't know, whatever. It was a weird neighborhood. But every other day, we would go in the backyard and we built this. There was a natural ladder, but we built like a seat off the ladder. And we would take shits from there onto the ground. And the whole idea was to build a poop pile. So everybody the neighborhood kids were like, I want to take a shit there. And we'd let them. And then everybody would just...
Oh, bull.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
did.
believe this.
I know
You've been
did.
trying to tell me this story. I think you're lying, number one. Why would you like this neighborhood kid thing?
Yeah.
You just added that fact to it, by the way.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
People from all over that apartment complex would shit there.
Yeah, you did. So now this is a new fact that
didn't.
you've been adding.
No, I didn't.
I've heard the story like a million times. Don't think I don't fucking listen to details now.
What we would announce, we would go, poop
Okay,
out,
see,
like
this
that.
is the lie.
And then everybody would
Here we
line
go.
up to try to
See,
shit there.
this is the lie.
That's not a lie.
No, first of all, people don't line up to take shits. When
They
you
did
got to
here.
shit, it's on your time.
No.
You don't line up to shit.
Everybody wanted to poop
Okay.
in the pile.
See, this is how I know it's a total lie.
Okay.
I'm going to make you do a
Sure.
polygraph on this. Seriously,
Why would I make this
Blue
up?
Man, can we look into getting a polygraph test? Because I've heard the fucking poo pile story now. I'm not, since we first started dating, you've tried to convince me, Justin's tried to convince me, Casey.
Well, he's not trying to convince you. He's telling you
He
the truth.
is. You guys are in on this stupid lie.
You want to call him and see if I'm making it up?
Dude, we've done this before, and then he knows the story, and then he makes up some shit too. We need a polygraph. That's the only way.
By the end of that summer, remember Jurassic Park when they find the dinosaur mountain? The shit was like that.
Okay.
It was like 1,000 shits in one pile.
That is so. And where was it in relation to your windows and your rooms and stuff?
It's in the backyard.
You guys had a pile of human feces in your backyard, is what you're trying to sell me on.
A huge mountain.
Nobody would let that. If you lived in an apartment complex, that wouldn't.
You've never lived in North Carolina. That's
Okay.
where I lived.
You're telling me that all the people that lived in the apartment complex were like, we like this poo pile.
They thought it was.
We're lining up to shit from a ladder, a makeshift hillbilly ladder.
They thought it was awesome. They couldn't wait.
This is a
They
total
couldn't
lie.
wait to shit on it.
Wait, what the listeners don't know is that you have been trying to sell me this bullshit story for 11 years.
You're the one that brings it up.
And
I don't
you
even
think
bring it
I'm
up.
functionally retarded, and then I believe everything you fucking say.
No, I don't.
I know you're lying.
I'm not lying.
Of course you're lying.
Babe, we shit on that thing for 100 days in a row, and so did everybody in that complex.
Okay. There wasn't one person who was like, I don't want a pile of everyone's shit in my backyard.
Well,
There wasn't
I'm not
one
saying
woman
that.
that was like, guys, I'm not so sure.
Nobody.
The smell in the summer
I'm not
and
saying that
flies. and-
nobody disliked it.
Okay.
But they didn't tell us. So they liked that their kids liked to shit there. And
That's not. See, I knew it was a lie.
no, it's not.
You've been lying. to me.
Nobody ever said, "Hey, we got to stop this." Ever.
And I like how you just added that. The whole neighborhood stood
They
in
did.
line, and the children were
They
cheering.
did. When
and
we
there were
yelled
flags,
"Poo pile," like that,
Yeah.
everybody would line up to shit
the
there.
children in the community.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
It's such a lie. Yeah.
Sometimes guys would come home from work and they would take they would come right there and shit there.
Okay.
I'm serious.
A polygraph.
Okay.
Blue Man, find out how much it'll cost, and we're gonna do it. I'm sick of hearing this story.
Okay.
For years, I've been hearing this nonsense.
All right. Anyways, it's the 4th of July. It's America's holiday.
It's my favorite. I love drinking with in public with people. I love going out with the general public and
Fief?
standing in parks and
Fief
looking
hates
at
it.
fireworks.
You don't like 4th of July?
I like America, and I love our independence. I don't like to go anywhere where there's groups of people drinking,
Yeah.
staring at the sky,
Yeah, I never
stepping
really
all
liked
over
that
me.
stuff. I never liked the. I never liked the huge crowds, but I don't like huge crowds on any day.
Neither do I.
So,
Now, what I dread is when Ellis gets older, he's going to want to see stuff.
Of course he will.
And then we're going to have to do shit like go see fireworks.
Today is also every year the big Nathan's hot dog eating
Yes.
contest.
Most importantly.
You used to be really into this more. I feel like hot dog eating contest was like your favorite
I loved it.
sport.
I still
Yeah.
do, but then, life took over, responsibilities took over, but
Because your homeboy was Kobayashi, right? Wasn't that your guy?
I love Takiro Kobayashi. He was my favorite for many, many years. He trained really hard. He's the kind of guy that he would eat cabbage for weeks ahead to expand his stomach.
Yeah.
Like he would do a lot of physical exercise to
And
be fit outside.
He was
and
super
in.
fit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Black
so
Widow, remember her?
The Black Widow, Sonia Thomas.
Yeah.
She weighed like 90
Look at
pounds,
you.
little
You know the
Asian girl.
names and the stats.
The IFOC. I'm a huge fan. She was good at wings. She was the wing champion.
Right? You do have that book.
I do, yeah. I read a book about
Yeah.
it. I'm fascinated. It actually started as a goof, obviously, and then these two guys started the IFOC, and it became what it is.
Well,
It's famous. They have other events, by the way, not just hot dog eating.
As a tip of our hat, I mean, it's already over, but just before the event, we have this clip from one of the competitors, Richard Franco. Check this out.
Franco, not just a competitor, but the favorite to win the hot dog eating contest.
It's the most you can eat in 5 minutes. So, Richard, how often do you practice for something like that?
I know my appearance might fool you. I've been on a giant diet.
So,
What's this? What's that?
It's 4th of July.
Is he doing sign language?
It's Big Bird all dressed up in American gear.
It's horrible.
So Richard's obviously, he's saying that for the listeners. He's a big boy, I don't know exactly the number, but I would say he's probably in the upper 300s, okay? He's
a competitive eater. I'm not familiar with his work, but I'm excited to look him up. I'd like to know his deets.
But I'm trying to make it clear to people listening when he says, my appearance might not, it's because he's a real big guy.
Oh, right.
Okay.
I know my appearance might fool you. I've been on a giant diet and life-changing stuff. I've dropped about 100 pounds in 8 months.
Awesome.
Wow.
That's pretty good, man.
That's crazy.
So he was 100 pounds heavier than this.
Good
Big
for
guy.
him.
Good job, Richard.
So we're going to consider this my cheat day for the year. But, prepping just gallons of water.
There you go.
I have two giant inspirations. First, my wife. It's our second anniversary today, so I want to say hi to her. And there's a comedian I love. He's a big, giant, fat guy, just like me, Bert Chrysler. And, if he can do it, I can do it. He's still way bigger than I am, but you know what? Maybe I can inspire him.
There you go.
Oh my God, it's so good. Oh my God, it's so good. What a wonderful thing that was.
Oh,
that was amazing.
What a treat that is.
Bert Kreischer's fat.
Dude, that was so good. That was so real too. We didn't ask him to do that.
Of course not. Richard Franco.
Thank you, Richard.
I know that you didn't win Nathan's, but you won our fucking hearts today.
Yeah.
You're the champion. That is amazing.
So
and I gotta
good.
tell you, I feel like the way
really
that
good work.
jokes go on this show.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are like, "What happened to this bit?" And it's like, it's just like naturally hanging out with your friends. Things dip away.
Yes.
My feeling was this Bert thing is going to take the natural dip.
Right.
That was just like, what's his name? The boxer, Crazy Lokes. Or,
Right.
Or Shane Lee or the Thursday Lane.
Thursday Lane, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Those are the things where like people come up, there's jokes about it. There's just a natural way that things come up and about. But I actually feel like as we're thinking this is going to dip down, I think it's actually going to rev up.
I think it's gained momentum.
It's gained momentum because Bert is also now more invested. He was like playing the victim card for a while.
Right.
And now he's like, he sent out a tweet that said, basically, Tom, brace yourself for what I'm going to do to you. And he said, revenge is a dish best served cold.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, of course you're referencing food, you fat shit. But I really feel like it's about to actually, I think it's actually gotten bigger than we expected.
It's taken off.
Because we don't even, people sometimes will say to us, oh, you mentioned the Bert jokes again. And I'm like, yeah, dude, you have no idea how little we're talking about this.
Yeah, the momentum of it, it's become its own movement. It's taken over Wikipedia. I think they changed Bert. They changed Gerard Depardieu's Wikipedia page.
Gerard Depardieu's Wikipedia page, at least for a few days last week, said that he bears an uncanny resemblance to big fat slob comedian Bert Chrysler. That is an internationally acclaimed actor.
Right, Gerard Depardieu.
Yeah.
Bert's Wikipedia page has been jacked.
Bert's was completely hijacked. Things like this, like Richard.
This is amazing. Thank you,
on
Richard.
News, talking about a big fat guy named Bert Chrysler.
He goes, he's bigger than me.
But it's way bigger than me. But Hope that can inspire him.
Can I tell you that the way Richard does it, it's
perfect.
so organic.
It's perfect.
He really slid it in so naturally. It's like my wife, and
Yeah,
you're like,
and
what a
those-
nice guy. And then he does it.
And the
just-
hosts are like, oh, okay.
right,
Yeah.
just masterfully. He really
But,
mastered this.
prepping just gallons of water.
There you go.
I have two giant inspirations. First, my wife. It's our second anniversary today,
All right.
so I want to say hi to her.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah.
And there's a comedian I love. He's a big, giant, fat guy, just like me, Bert Chrysler.
Big giant.
And, if he can do it, I can do it. He's still way bigger than I am, but you know what? Maybe I can inspire him.
There you go.
He's so sincere. in the way he
He's so
says it.
good.
It's really good.
Richard's so earnest. There have been some pictures floating around on Twitter of Bert, like on the Travel Channel show, and he really is just enormous right now.
Oh my God.
He really is enormous.
He's actually, it was a joke. And then
Right.
the pictures, like somebody took a snapshot of him hosting the show, and it was a radio host in Indianapolis, and you won't get this, but sports fans will. He next to Bert's picture, he put Fat Andrew Luck, which is the quarterback for the Colts. Bert looks like him, but like 1,000
But
pounds
fatter.
more. Yeah, so people are doing that, and then they're doing still shots, right? The screen grabs of him, like in that pool where he looks like he's 13 months pregnant.
They put an arrow where like a little kid is just looking straight at his stomach, like in shock.
Yeah. So I'm actually also really interested at what he's got something planned.
He
has to have something planned.
Yeah, I don't think it's as big as this is the biggest thing we got. This victory with Richard here. I think we didn't even plan this.
Unprompted, yeah.
Unprompted. This is just this guy's brilliant work here. I
Yeah.
feel like you can't really top this, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I'm waiting, and I already have a comeback. You and I have been talking in private behind closed doors about a possible retaliation.
Oh yeah.
We're not going to disclose.
We can't disclose it, but it'd
be massive.
Seriously up the game a lot.
Yeah.
It would be insane.
Yeah.
And I'm really hoping that we.
Well, let's see. Let's see what he'll throw down the gauntlet, and then we'll retaliate if necessary.
I mean, I feel like it's an ambush. That's what I feel like. That tweet suggests you're not going to be ready for it, and that's when it's going to get you.
Okay, well, let's see.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny. Even my cousin just randomly today was like, oh, I've been looking up hashtag Bert is fat on Instagram, just seeing what there is.
Yeah.
There's tons of shit.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Just that hashtag Bert is fat. It's taken over.
Yeah. And people have been, I gotta say,
It's great.
most people that listen to this show, I'll give you credit, are really, really funny with it.
Oh, yeah.
Some people are mean, and I feel like sometimes it's too mean. You know, like I get the tweets too, and then I'm like, Jesus, like they'll be really mean, but some of them are just super clever.
This.
Like, yeah, this
Richard
is a really clever way of doing it.
Nailed it.
Really funny.
He's a giant fat guy like me.
Yeah,
That's what he says. Giant.
He got great big giant fat guy like me.
Bert Kreischer's fat.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's amazing.
That was the best thing.
That was amazing.
That was
dude.
so special. Thank you.
Yeah.
What a treat. What a neat treat.
That was incredible.
So anyway, I want to see how Richard did. I only saw the headline that Joey Chestnut won.
Now I don't know. Was he at the Nathan's or was this a different one?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I have to look him up.
Okay.
There's an IFOC website, and you can see all the competitive eaters there.
Yeah.
And it gives their stats and like what they're good at and stuff. Well, we'll see.
Okay. Let's see. Nathan's, right?
Nathan's. Yeah. Hot dog eating.
Let's see if Jesus he regains the hot dog eating title and sets a record today.
Yeah,
That's what,
Joey. Yeah. Did you hear what he said? That he drinks gallons of water to expand his stomach. That's how they train. You'd think they train by eating. It's not that. It's they train the stomach muscle because that's what it is. So they expand it a few weeks before. Now Kobayashi was really good at it because he was physically fit and he would train his stomach too.
Yeah.
He was really good at it.
So it looks like
But then there's some weird thing with the league and him with Kobayashi.
Man.
What are you looking at?
I was looking to see if there's like a list of the results.
Might be too soon.
Yeah. All right.
Anyways.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just thought we'd bring up some topics of what happened in our lives this week.
Sure.
We had to take Bitsy to the ER.
Oh my God.
Finally. For her eating something toxic. after Saturday night, we fed her dinner, and she was running around the backyard with the Fief, and she ran into a rose bush and just like kept on rolling.
I was going to have dinner with sickle cell.
I was going to go to the Comedy Store to do my spot, and
I already had a Uber on the way, and it was actually out front by the time this happened.
And her little legs, her hind legs, kind of collapsed under her, and she was woozy, and she wouldn't respond to us, and she just looked like sick. Like this dog was no good. So we throw her in the car. We cancel our plans for the night. We go to the ER, the doggy ER, of course. And what happens is we park. What happens?
She's like, "Hi guys, I'm back."
Bounce right back.
Right back.
That dog.
Nothing was wrong.
Nothing was wrong. So she ate something shitty, I think, and then it just kind of flushed out of her system. I don't know.
Ridiculous.
She's been fine ever since.
Yeah.
But thank God that saved us about $1,000 in, dog ER.
Yeah.
Because they pull that bullshit on you like, oh, we should keep it here overnight and give it an IV and all this nonsense.
Well, if she had continued the same behavior, we would have done
we'd
it.
have to do it, yeah.
But we literally, halfway through the drive, I'm like, I think she's already a little better.
Yeah, because she was licking my hand
But for a second, it was really scary.
Yeah.
She was not responding, and she was like woozy. I thought she had a concussion.
Yeah.
I saw her run into a rose bush. But then we got to the place and she was sniffing, licking stuff, and she was like, "Is this a play place?"
Yeah. She came back to life.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
That was quite a scare.
It was very scary, actually.
I hate that when the animals get sick, man.
Oh,
Remember when Fief was sick? That when we first got him, that was horrible.
And that was
fucking worst.
The other thing is that with Fief, they were like, it's $1,000 a day.
A day.
$1,000
I remember.
a day.
I know.
We did a fundraiser show, and
oh my God, we saved his life. He's great.
Yeah.
Fief's the best thing. But tonight is his least favorite night
Of all year, he hates tonight more than anything.
Most doggies. This is a scary night for animals.
Don't say a fucking thing.
Yeah. It's scary.
The fireworks, they hate it. Cats and dogs lose. I'm sure all animals.
They go
don't know
crazy.
what's
Now
happening.
this is my dog, and he'll fuck the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Don't pet my dog.
Yeah.
Asshole.
You fucking asshole.
LinkedIn is helpful.
Yes.
LinkedIn.
I don't fuck with Lincoln.
Hey, so
Lincoln.
did I tell you that I became obsessed with Dan Pena this week?
Well, yeah. I mean, he was kind of a big hit on the show.
And a big hit in my heart.
Yeah, I knew you were going to love it.
I love it. And I did an episode of That's Deep Row on him this week. It's already dropped if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
And I get really into him. So I researched Dan. I read his website. I read his ebook. I watched all the videos
He's outrageous.
could. He's basically an old school. He's my dad's age.
Yeah.
So he's just old school, like military guy.
Yeah.
Not so much joie de vivre, though. I'll tell you that. Like he's got $50 billion, but he doesn't have fun with it ever. Like, because his whole thing is, he goes, I work 7 days a week, 20 hours a day. I sleep for 4 hours a night. And you're like, why?
Yeah,
Why?
no, at a certain point, what are you doing, right?
Why do you have $50 billion? You're not even enjoying it. Your wife probably can't stand it.
Yeah, it's a little much.
Well, what's the difference between 50 million and 50
Hanging out with
million?
losers.
Like, that's the best.
Wasting your time with people that mean
Correct.
nothing to you.
Correct.
Show me your friends and I'll show you your future.
That's one of your
So intense.
top
It is.
3 pieces.
Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. You want to know why you're all fucked up? Just look at the fucking bums you hang around with.
You know, he said that to his kids
Fucking love
at
it.
least
Yeah.
1,000 times.
Now, my father literally said those words to me. Your friend is a goddamn loser. This guy is a fucking loser.
Loser's real big on
Loser.
in the foreign lexicon.
Losers, yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
losers.
my dad told me my friends are losers a lot. He's right. He was right.
He was?
But he was fucking right.
Yeah.
This is why you're fucking poor.
So yeah, you had him on, or you?
I didn't have him on. I discussed him, and
yeah.
His dad was a policeman. I think his dad was a Hard Knocks guy on him.
Oh, and I had Pat McAfee on Charge It to the Game. A lot of people were recommending him before. He does stand up, and he's a punter in the NFL. He's an NFL player.
Oh my god!
It's really he's hilarious in the conversation we had. So check it out. Charge It to the Game. Pat McAfee, the kickoff specialist, punter, holder for the Indianapolis Colts. Really
Nice.
funny. Really funny.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So Dan Pena,
is your
there
guy.
you go. He's my new hero. He's crazy. It's great. I just, you know what it is? I do miss I miss these people. I miss this time of our dads, like guys that just say shit.
They're gone. They're gone. Yeah.
It's everybody's so afraid of hurting people's fucking feelings, and this is just an old school way of being, and it's not entirely wrong.
Yeah,
the guy's kind of right about a lot of stuff. You hanging out with losers, you're going to be a loser.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
His whole thing too, it's so funny on his website. He's like, just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Stop being a fucking cunt and just fucking do it. And
I think moving to the UK really upped his usage of the word cunt. He says it a lot.
Yeah, that is a more
I know,
UK
but when
thing,
you hear an American say it, like, 'cause he doesn't have, it sounds, you're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He's like, you fucking cunt. You're a fucking cunt. Like, he really tosses it around. It's great. I love it. I love it.
I listen to him. And he has a podcast. It's not very good. He's not a good podcaster.
Yeah.
But it's they ask him anything.
He reads like a question and answers it in 3 seconds and moves on to the next one. He's like, how do I get this done? You fucking go do it. And the next question is like,
That's how he does his podcast. And he's like, Dan, how do I become successful like you? It's on my fucking website. It's all there. It's all fucking free. Read my fucking website. That's every answer. It's go to my fucking website. What did I fucking say?
Hilarious.
It's so great. God, love him.
I don't know where he gets the $50 billion man from. I don't know what that's.
You know what it is that he.
It's catchy. It's a good marketing.
Yeah,
thing,
he was a CEO of some company, and then he got fired, but he made the company a lot of money, and then he became a coach immediately. Like he's like, I got fired, and then the next day I started coaching people.
Yeah,
and then he started the Scotland castle thing. But you know how he makes his money is he charges you $20,000 a pop to go to his seminar in Scotland.
Right.
And he says to you, focus on the few, not the many. Meaning like you get $20,000 from 10 people versus $1.
Well, yeah, you see the little room he's in. It's probably 10, 15 people max, right?
Yeah. And suits. They're all sitting there like in
they probably have to wear them.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm sure he's like, don't dress like a fucking shithead in my class.
Yeah, he works out twice a day, Dan Pena.
Come on.
That's part of his 20-hour day, and he's 70 years old. He sleeps 4 hours. He has the wife, who's also a high achiever, so she understands. The sons.
It's intense.
Yeah, he's super intense.
By the way,
super fun.
Somebody wrote in to us on Reddit. You know, there's a subreddit for the show. So a lot of people might not know that, but a lot of activity, and it's a good place. A lot of funny things are posted there. But somebody on Reddit asked, "Hey, mommy, sorry for being dense, and maybe this whole thing is going right over my head, but I can't figure out if the whole baby Jeans is screaming again. Ooh,
he's having a rough night.
Yeah, we had to reschedule our recording today, but people don't know that.
Yeah, we usually record during the day.
Yeah,
this is a nighttime
but then
recording.
Our sitter for when we do the show is sick. You want to stop? Should we stop?
Let's pause. Let's see how he goes. Hold on.
Start this over again. Okay. We're back.
Okay.
We're back. Is he chill, you think?
Yeah, I think he's okay. You put your dad glasses on and he felt your dad powers.
He felt dad powers through the walls. So I should get back to this email.
Please. Yeah.
So he says, I can't figure out if the whole Salome thing is real or a joke.
Totally real.
If so, are Tom and Christina in on it or somebody playing a joke on them?
Oh my God,
it seems so hard to believe, and I feel like an idiot for not being able to tell what it is. Thanks, high and tight. Dude.
Oh my God,
I appreciate you posting this, but here's what.
It's all real.
Maybe you joined the show later, but here's what happened. Christina got a new phone number months and months. I don't know how long
ago.
A year ago now. And there was a series of text messages and phone calls from 4 different people.
Yes.
One was for a dude, Adis, who clearly
There's Shanaz. There's Adis.
Well, Shanaz is we should tell people. Shanaz is a nurse, and she has a lot of nursing opportunities she's not hearing about. Adis.
Shanaz gets calls every other week.
Adis has serious substance abuse problems and
mental illness.
Yeah, and people are always trying to help him and being like, "Are you okay? Are you out of rehab?" And then like, "Hey, I got pills. I got sticks on deck and all that shit." And then Salome is a Persian lady and has a friend who never sees her in real life but leaves her relentless voicemails. And it's definitely not. I mean, is too elaborate of a
I
joke.
could even show you, and I've saved the voicemails. Hold on. I saved the Persian lady.
Yeah.
This is my real phone. This is not a joke. Well, why don't Here, I'll show you guys this. This is not a joke. Oh, shit, I need that one.
Yeah, you might want
to... Here, I keep them for the show, Blue Band, if you want to This says Persian lady. This is just hide the top number, that 818 number, if you could discreetly kind of push it up. Show the camera. These I've actually had to create an ad, like a contact number for Persian lady, because I get these calls so frequently. So
also so that we never answer.
Right.
Accidentally
by accident.
answer, yeah.
So I guess this number, like 3 people have had, and they don't let other people know that they've changed the number, and this is 100% real. So there you go.
I mean, you can tell by the translations we get too that this is an old lady calling another old lady about some nonsense. But she never stops. She never gets. I mean, the weird thing is maybe she does see this lady regularly.
I think so.
And never goes like, "Hey, did you get my fucking?"
I think so.
Or the lady goes, "Yeah, I got your message," and is just when old people just go like I told you, I saw that guy at the place the week after. I saw a guy at getting my haircut, old guy, and I go, "Oh, I saw you here last time," and he goes, "Yeah, we had a nice talk." And no, we didn't.
Oh, right.
But he just said that, and I didn't correct him.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that where she,
It's this one.
Yeah.
I think what it is with Salome is that she has she has Salome's old number, which is my number,
right.
and maybe Salome's new number. So I think she goes back and forth. You know how you have contact save and you don't necessarily see a number?
Right.
So I think she and Salome are talking.
Right.
Obviously, because the update about the squirrel and the bags and the law firm and the thing. But she's leaving messages at the old number, and she's not aware that she's doing that.
Yeah.
Because I've done that. Haven't you done like your dad's old number, and then you don't even look at it?
Yeah.
It's just the contact.
Yeah, and sometimes I have friends who have changed numbers so many times that at one point I opened one of my friends' contacts and it had 4 numbers.
Yeah.
And I had to finally, which of these should I delete?
Right.
I've had them for too long.
هلو سالومه این پلاستیکا که بهت گفتم ما گروسری استور میریم بگا مثلا گوجه سنگی میذاری نمیدونم سبزی میذاری اینا همه رو من الان زدم به درختم او مای گاد اصلا لا they're not going there up their adults.
It's outrageous,
crazy,
man. It's outrageous.
No, it's all real.
Yeah.
هلو سالومه این پلاستیکا که بهت گفتم ما گروسری استور میریم بگا مثلا گوجه سنگی میذاری و نمیدونم سبزی میذاری اینا همه رو من
Hello, Salome.
Hello, Salome.
Oh my god.
How about this one?
Oh my god.
حالا سالومه تلفن که من برای این خطر میرسم کارگر بود از هوم دیپو
This one was great right here.
الو سالومه این بلاکن دنیس مادرفاکر دوست خارکسته کسکش حقوق باز oh my god for 1 month I mean from very up to now این مدت حقوق باز دوست مادرفاکر من یه مجله دارم این مجله رو میدم بهت که اینو نگه داشته باشی
Somebody wrote in that it's super crass the way she's speaking in Farsi too.
Yeah.
That she's saying like cunt and whore and all these things.
Yeah. She's an old lady.
And you can tell, old school old lady. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
No, Salome's it's very real, my man. It's not a prank. We want the calls to stop.
Seriously.
But they just don't.
That's a good. I would say that everything on Your Mom's House is our lives, or we don't make up stuff on this show.
No, we even some of
we share too much.
We've made it a thing that we don't want fake. We always go like, "Oh, is it fake?" And we get bummed out. We don't like we like to play jokes, but we don't like to play like
fake videos.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they're not real. Like this guy's reacting to his sister farting, and it's not real. We don't play it.
It's not as good.
Yeah,
it's definitely not as good.
Anyways, also update. There is a cookie thief in the house. Do you know anything about this?
I don't. You want to...
It's so weird because I had...
Bert's so fat. Yeah?
Well, your Uncle Dave, we saw your family yesterday, and he handed me 2 special cookies that he brought from Ohio, and they were wrapped. Special wedding cookies, right?
Yeah.
And I had them in my purse, and I remember thinking, I can't wait to eat these cookies tomorrow. And then this morning... I looked, and there was just a wrapper with no cookie inside, just sitting on the credenza in the living room. Do you know what happened? And there's only 1 cookie left in my purse.
I know Blue Band might have done it.
You think he snuck in?
Could have.
Last
and then
night.
Also, our babysitter nanny help. They have a key. She has a key.
So you think the nanny snuck in last night around 9 p.m., ate
Could have
that
been-
cookie and
could
left
have
the
been-
wrapper on the credenza?
Could have been any time overnight. Could have been while we were asleep.
Should we ask
And then she
her?
didn't show up today.
Right.
That sounds like a real guilty thing to do.
I just can't believe that somebody had the audacity to rummage through my purse, because I never discussed the cookies with anybody. Uncle
Yeah.
Dave gave them to me.
Yeah.
And the audacity of somebody in this house to
Right.
rummage through my belongings, eat the cookie, and then not even bother to hide the evidence.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Wow.
When you fire her, I'll support you. I'll stand there and I will definitely have your back. You know?
Uh-huh.
I'll be like, you're fucking fired. You stole.
I can't.
Stole
I'm
from
sorry. I can't get over the fact that somebody just left the wrapper.
I'm disappointed too. I'm really disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we got that out of the way. And yeah.
It's weird that she would
be my mom.
Wait, that's not it.
It's weird that you would. She would. Just leave the wrapper.
Hold on 1 second.
What did you?
Oh, okay. Oh, there's going to be a
Interesting.
little frame jump, little jump cut.
Interesting.
Blue Band just had a very groundbreaking.
Why don't you
revelation.
why
What
don't
did
you tell
say?
everybody?
Well, we spoke over the phone a couple days ago, and while we were talking, all of a sudden I just heard the touch tone sound. And I think you smashed the phone with your face a little.
To that, I have to say this. I don't fucking think so.
You're becoming top dog.
I
hate to tell you this, but you are, and you're becoming him so much that the other day you walked in the room and you didn't do this, like ironically. You meant it. You were like, I had a couple of really good farts today. And you did not do it as a joke.
Yeah,
You were earnest.
I knew what I was doing.
No
Yes.
bullshit.
I had a couple of good farts today. I said that.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but the joke that I did to you earlier today, I said, "You want to hear a cool fart?"
So stupid.
That's such a good one.
That's so stupid.
That's so good.
Who says yes?
People that like to live and have fun.
The best
And if you're a listener, I think that'd be a really fun thing to try to incorporate into your life.
In your marriage?
In your marriage, but also like to your parents, to your friends, to your siblings. Say, you want to hear a cool fart? Right before you have to fart, say, want to hear a cool fart? And then they'll probably be like, yeah. And then you do it.
Nobody says yes.
But you didn't say yes.
Of course not.
Why don't you want to hear a cool fart?
Because I hear them all the time with you. I smell
But this
them.
one was really cool, and I was holding it on to it.
Do you ever,
for
you know what's so crazy? If you guys are listening and you have a spouse, have you ever had a fart that smells like your spouse's? Like I farted in bed and it smelled like one of your farts. Isn't that special?
That's pretty neat. I didn't think that was the case. I thought it smelled just like your stinky asshole. But
Synergy, isn't that what you call it? Synergy.
yeah, I should have. Yeah, that is synergy. But I tried to. I posted on Momstagram last week.
Yeah.
That I was at the butthole doctor checking for IBS.
Yes. The listeners did an update.
And so everybody was asking me like, "What happened? What happened?"
Yeah.
What happened was nothing. We just did. It was just like a get to know your butthole, and he just wants to run tests.
Did he check your oil?
No, but it's going to come up. He said
He's gonna check your oil?
not for a while though. He's busy.
can't
His
wait.
buttholes are busy, but
I just can't wait for you to suffer the way I have the last year and a half. You know,
now
with
that
my
you know
downstairs.
now, since it's funny. This is how it always is. You know, if you're, will you fucking stop?
I'm trying to give you footsies.
Well-
I love you.
Well,
stupid.
he's like, you know, if you're like, my shoulder hurts, and then you go to the doctor, your shoulder doesn't hurt.
Always.
Ever since I've gone to him, I feel much healthier in the GI tract. Yeah. Seriously.
You know what it may have been?
What?
I've cut out those heavy breakfasts we were having. We've been
there's
having
that.
like smoothies.
I also called a food allergist.
Yeah.
So I'm finally going to get tested for food allergies.
I bet there's some stuff going on.
Yeah.
I think there's some stuff going
We'll
on.
see. I'm not going to end up all Bert. I'm going to check it out, you know. Now,
Old Bert. I like that.
I also want to tell people that a new Patreon episode went up, episode 3 on Patreon, and there's all kinds of goodies in there. Somebody mentioned even in an email, like, what's up with FIFAnator? We haven't heard him speak in a while. The FIF is on the latest.
Episode 2.
Oh, episode 2 has Fief. And he's going to be back on Your Mom's House. We talked to him. He said he wants to come on next week. So you can definitely get to know Fief again next week, because it has been a while. But he did make an appearance on Patreon episode 2.
And so did Bitsy.
Bitsy talked on episode 2. They'll both come on the show. Don't worry. It's not that we're keeping them over there. They just happened to come on when we were doing the Patreon show.
We're also negotiating rates with Fief on the Double Pipe Classic shirts. We're in negotiations with him now, which is why he's not on today's episode.
Yeah. And many thanks to everybody that ordered Double Pipe Classic. They're very rare. Double Pipe Classic shirts. We actually had to reorder because so many of you
already.
Yeah. So
It's a good shirt.
it's really a nice shirt.
I've been wearing mine around town.
yeah.
I wear mine in public.
Water-based ink, I think they call it. It's soft. It's a good looking shirt, and it's a good way to celebrate having a double pipe, or even yearning to have one. People have told me, "Can I wear one if I feel like a fraud?"
Yeah,
and it's
course
like,
you can.
well, can you dream? You know.
Of course you can. That's the first time I've seen you drink water this week. How
Well,
funny.
you haven't been paying attention, because I probably had like 70 gallons this week.
Oh, please. You know, I've been getting a lot of Twitter support from my end of this. People realizing you're showboating and you're bullshitting. And the truth is, I hydrate constantly. You just hydrate for the cameras, and people are catching on. People are catching on.
I don't think so. I'm H2 Flow and you're H2 No. And I've been H2 showboating because I'm the one who actually drinks the H2O.
My dad came over yesterday.
Yeah.
Was that fun?
Yeah. He brought a friend.
Right.
Did you have fun with him? Said some
I don't
interesting
know.
things, shared some knowledge.
Yeah, this time was neat. We talked about...
We talked about parenting. He's very bothered by, he said he was, I think, at the pool, somewhere at a pool, and he was, these kids were in the pool. Every 2 seconds, people were like, good job.
Yeah.
For the fucking swimming, good job. They say it too much. They should wait till the end of the day, and then one time you go, you did a good job today.
Right. I was like, Dad, so you don't want to build up a kid's confidence too much, right? He's like, no, of course not. How they going to know they do a good job? I'm like, that's good. Thank you.
He thinks we're overdoing it.
He thinks we're overdoing it.
Not us, just society.
Just society with making kids feel good about themselves.
He might have a point about how, some occasions that can be overdone. I think saying good job to a kid learning how to swim, I think that's okay. I think you can probably do that.
I think you should, yeah.
Good job.
I agree.
Especially if they're really young.
Yeah. So that was nice. It's kind of neat.
2, 3 years old. No, just once a day.
Once a day. Yeah, I don't think my dad really gave me a lot of praise, clearly.
Somebody pointed out, speaking of water, they wrote an email. Dear Water Champ and other mommy Christina.
Okay.
I think I figured out why Tina thinks she's the Water Champ.
Really?
As you can hear at 1 hour, 8 minutes, 10 seconds of episode 342,
okay,
wherein Tina thinks Tom's dental story is her own. Obviously, this means whenever Tom takes a drink of hydrating and refreshing H2O, Tina believes she took a drink of water as well. I think this is where the confusion comes from, and I think you're correct, sir. Thank you for writing into us.
How come are you choosing the emails that are being read this week?
These are on the cheat sheet.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Just a good theory that came in.
Interesting.
Thanks, Blue Band. Good job. Someone got a raise. Yep. Interesting is correct. It's an interesting point. Very, very interesting. Here, I want to show you this.
Okay.
This is Mr.
Patreon. Put that down.
Marshawn Lynch.
I've heard his name before. You've talked about him.
Yes. This is a great clip. He's talking about, playing foosball, as you call it.
Yeah.
And I'll just let him
beast
take
mode.
Yeah. That's his nickname.
His bottom teethuses are weird. What's going on there?
There's some gold.
They're like baby teeth, but then there's 2 naturals in the front.
Those, all right.
That if you just run through somebody's face, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to take that over and 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 over.
Okay.
And over and over and over and over and over again. They just not gonna want that.
Think there's a deeper metaphor there?
run through a motherfucker face.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's what's up.
Love it.
Yeah.
Over. He's right.
Marshawn don't play around.
Oh, I like it. What does he play again? What team?
Well, he just retired.
Oh.
But he played for Seattle. Yeah.
Nice. I like him.
Yeah.
What? How else? Why else do we know him? Why do I know his name?
Why do you know Marshawn Lynch?
What else have you played of his? Is he funny?
Yeah, I mean he's definitely one of the bigger personalities of the last decade in the NFL.
Yeah.
He did this thing for he hated the media. Basically, he hated being ordered to speak to them. It's in your contract.
I agree with him.
So he did this press conference where you're obligated to spend, let's say, in the Super Bowl, the press conference leading up to it, 15 minutes speaking to the media. It's just contractually.
Right.
So whatever he was asked, he would go, "I'm here so they don't find me." And then they would
brilliant.
go, "But are you worried at all about what Denver might do?" He'd go, "I'm here so they don't find me."
That's what's up.
And then they would say,
Good.
"How are you feeling since getting here?" He's like, "I'm here so they don't find me."
Yep.
And that's all he said.
Good for him. I think it's horrible that they ask you how you feel after you've lost a game.
Well, this is before the game.
Or even before. He doesn't want to talk to the media. He wants to get in his own head, get in his zone.
Yeah.
But also, didn't they fine him for that?
I don't know if
did
they
they fine
fined him
him?
for that.
That sucks.
Did they?
I think I remember hearing that. I might be.
I remember, well, he did this thing during the year before that where he was getting fined for never speaking. Like at first he was like, "I'm not," so they would just ask him and he
for
wouldn't
you.
respond.
Good for
And
him.
then he came up with some answer that was also like a really dismissive answer.
I like him a lot.
I forget what it was. And then it became, "I'm here so they don't find me." So
Good.
it was a progression to that.
Good for him.
Yeah.
He's my new favorite. Him and Allen Iverson talking about practice.
Over and over again. They're just not gonna want that.
Think there's a deeper metaphor there?
Run through a motherfucker face.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
I like him.
Yeah. It's a really good way of looking at things, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think Dan Pena would like that. Don't you think?
I think Dan Pena would have. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
Dan Pena would be like, "You should run through a motherfucker face. Get that cunt and fucking fuck him in the face."
Get the cunt. Fucker.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm breaking a sweat.
All this 60-minute bread, y'all ain't took me out to not one dinner.
True, I buy.
We was right at Taco Bell, and I couldn't even get no motherfucking quesadilla.
Quesadilla.
Marshawn's got personality.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah.
You know, if he's not really feeling it, he just can't do it.
Why can't I walk with my phone?
We had never done a walking shot like this before. You know, he agreed to do it, but he was kind of on his phone. I don't even think he was FaceTiming somebody. I asked him, can we take that again, but maybe you're not talking on the phone this time. But he wasn't thrilled.
Oh no, you is the worst. You worse than my damn mama.
It's great. I love this guy.
That guy.
You might see some needles on the ground. You might see some Pyrex. You know what I'm saying, though? You had to be sharp, had to stay on your toes.
How's that impact you seeing that as a kid?
I think it impact me to be prepared to deal with y'all. If you come to me with some shit, I'm probably gonna see that a mile away.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
My new favorite.
But see, it seems like you like what a lot of people like, which is authentic people.
Yeah,
right?
he keeps it 100 for
I like
sure.
it. I like it too.
No
you know?
bullshit.
That's why I was drawn to Dan Pena too.
Yeah.
Is that
live your life that way.
Well, I was
Work
just
20
ear
hours
to
a day.
ear, smiling.
Yeah.
you
Oh
know?
yeah. No, I spent all
And
week with Dan Pena.
When I've met people like that, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. I mean, the cursing I do like. I'd like people.
I
that
love
curse,
it.
But it's just it's people that aren't trying to make you. Trying to please you. They're genuinely being, that's why people tell you to be yourself. When you really are, these guys like Marshawn and Pena, actually what they have in similarity with each other is that they are both authentic.
Zero fucks given.
Well, zero fucks given, but they're being like true to themselves.
Yeah, you know who's like that is Top Dog too.
Exactly.
Top Dog doesn't give a fuck.
doesn't care.
You know my favorite thing about Top Dog?
What?
Is
I had
when
a couple meat farts today, buddy.
that stuff. But then it's like, Top Dog, do you want to go to Italy? Ask Top Dog if he wants to go to France or
I don't
Italy.
want to go there.
Why not, Top Dog?
For what? And you go, well, some pretty amazing artifacts, museums there. He's like, yeah, the thing about a museum, art museum, you walk in, you see it, and then you saw it. He's like, I don't need to see it. I just saw it.
You know, but that's
He
what I
goes,
love
it's
about
the
him.
same picture online. I can look online.
Yeah. And also, what I love is that your dad has zero tolerance for small talk or socializing.
Maybe not even to a fault.
He talks to me. He and I jam out.
Yeah.
Because I'll talk about war with him all day. I love
He
talking about
abandons people mid
Vietnam.
conversation.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a little.
It's the best.
It's a little much.
Yeah.
Walks away from people.
I know.
As they're talking to him.
I know.
Happened at
like
Jeanette's
it.
wedding. Somebody goes, "Don't think your old man liked me that much." And I go, "Why is that?" And he goes, "Well, he said something, then he asked me something, and I was answering, and he walked away." And I go, "No, that's
That's because that person was boring top dog.
because he was boring."
Because if you talk about the stuff
I
Top
couldn't
Dog
tell
likes,
him. Well, the thing is that you're boring.
yeah, you're fucking boring him.
Yeah.
Top Dog and I, we took that cruise in Cincinnati on the river that day.
Yeah.
Your dad and I sat on the top deck and we rapped for like 30 minutes.
He
I would
loves
say.
you, though. He
no,
adores
I
you.
love your dad because he doesn't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, and we don't give a fuck together.
Right.
And it's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried not giving a fuck with your family yesterday, and I was penalized and peer pressured
Yeah.
into going on a fucking walk that I didn't want to go on.
It's so funny that you said. So this is the best. We were at my cousin Yanette's house, and her parents are in town. My uncle Dave, Aunt Blanca. They've been here before. They've been on the show before. I think it was actually a phone call that they did on. Maybe it was on a bonus episode. If you go back to like the what's it called? iTunes bonus episodes, the ones you can buy on Amazon and
What's that called?
yeah. So
You told me that last time, and
That's
I
Blanca.
told your mom, and she said, Tom is making that up.
I have a recording of her saying it.
You are kidding.
No.
Well, Tommy, I hate to tell you what's happening now. I'm going to tell you, and this is the truth. I don't even feel them when they're coming out. And they said, did you just fart? Yeah, they said, did you just fart? I said, I might do, because I smell it too, but I don't know, because I just don't, they just escape.
that's Blanca.
She's adorable.
She's really adorable.
Well, I can tell you exactly what causes that kind of fart.
So we were at Yanette's house. Bry's there, his wife,
Right.
their daughter.
The whole clan.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. It was
It's
probably
too many
what,
people.
10,
Give me
12, I don't
anxiety.
know. So anyways, about 10 minutes into it, they go, "Hey, we're going to go on a walk in a little bit to this beautiful point on the beach." We were down in Orange County. And we go, "Okay, you want to come?" And I go, "Sure." And I go, "Babe, you want to come?" And you go, "What?" And I go, "You want to come on this walk?" And you go, "I don't want to go on a walk."
Not at all.
And then
sounds horrible.
Everybody else is like, "Hey, we're getting ready for this walk." And then I heard one of them go, "Are you coming, Christina?" And you go, "No." And then they go, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I was like,
And then you
fine.
go, "Yeah." And then I'm like, but the thing is, I couldn't tell either. I go, "Are you all right?" And you go, "Why does everyone ask me if I'm okay?"
That was great. I was having fun with the kid. I was playing with Ellis on the floor. I was like, why do I want to pick
Well,
him
this
up
is
and
the
go on a
best.
fucking walk?
We all leave the place, and Christine, I'm going, "So you're staying behind?" You go, "Yeah." And then as we walk down the hill, the first 100 yards, I hear Jeanette go, "Oh, hey, wait, Christina is coming." And I go, "Okay." And then you go, "I didn't know I was going to be the only one that stayed behind."
Yeah.
So you're the only one that was staying behind.
Well, because your Uncle Dave is antisocial like me too. And I saw him sitting on the couch and I thought, oh, well, he's going to stay behind and we can bullshit a little bit. I didn't want to go on a walk because the problem is one man's idea of what a walk is
Totally
a hike
agree.
to
Totally
another
agree.
man.
Totally
so how do I know what I'm getting into?
Yeah.
I was all comfortable. I'm wearing, not the right shoes.
No, I know.
And who goes on a fucking family walk?
Family walks are what Americans do.
What
for
are you
sure.
talking about?
A lot of Americans do that. Americans.
I never walked. There was never a walk in my life with the family.
Well, you weren't raised in an American household, but it is not that uncommon
I
for
was
people
like,
to go on
why
walks.
do I have to go on a fucking walk?
Did you ever do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, he's not even fucking one of us,
Family walk?
Yeah, where would they walk?
Just like around the block.
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, we only kind of did it like after someone had surgery or something. And it's like, you should go walk.
Yeah.
Like, go around the block a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought, like, why do I have to do everything everyone else is doing? And then I felt pressured because then your other cousin was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, yeah, "I'm fine. I'm great."
And then you ended up.
You're ruining
now,
my time right now.
More to your point, there were parts of this walk that were Like, they were not appropriate for a stroller.
Horrible.
So we had the stroller. I'm like, dude, why don't you say that?
There's stairs.
There's gonna
Two
be-
flights of stairs with this fucking stroller.
Like, he was like, oh, I'll carry the front. I'm like, all right.
vey.
So, yeah. It
And then uphill,
Yeah.
and then it's blazing in the sun
Super
and the
hot.
beach, and I got
And
a
they go,
6-month-old baby with no
Isn't it
sunscreen on him.
beautiful? And you're like, yeah, it is. But anyways, it wasn't a stroller walk.
No, the 6-month-old, and he's getting burned and everything. I'm like, come on, get your life.
Get your entire.
So then I took the car ride back with your Uncle Dave. They're like,
Yeah.
who wants the car ride? I'm like, me. I got in that car as fast as I could.
Yeah, I know.
Go on a fucking walk. Horrible. I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Check this out. You'll like this.
Oh, Jesus.
You got that shit? What's up, dog? You got that shit, bro?
Uh-oh.
I got $3. I got
Tweaker.
Oh, I gotta go back for my $3. Oh, you wouldn't believe what happened, dude.
So, for our listeners,
boy.
a dude is inside his home on the second floor.
Oh, boy.
With his camera running, and a guy on the outside just crawled up the side of the wall and is latched onto the outside of the wall, cigarette in mouth. He's like, you got that shit? I need my $3. I got my, oh shit, I forgot my $3.
Chick, right? There was this dude, and there was this chick, and then there was this pipe, and it broke, and then we ran, and there was like CVS, and there was security everywhere, and I hit this guy, and they hit me, and I hit him, and he called the cops, and they came, and they let me go. You got that shit? You got that shit?
Oh my
God. Well, he set me up here. $3? He set me up here. $3. Is this the wrong house? It's the wrong house.
He's really fucked up looking.
Ketchup mustard?
He's got ketchup mustard. He's
doing stuff.
He's got like 11 teeth, but they're spaced weird and weird colors.
That's the least of his problems.
I know.
What'd you get? You got anything for $3? $3?
Jesus Christ.
You got the crack here, right?
Oh, boy.
Oh, no crack? Oh, fuck. You guys don't have crack? Oh, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Crack.
Move it along.
Well, fuck you then.
Fucking white people, man.
Next time I come back, you better have some crack.
Okay.
It's a good point. Next time, it's always best to have crack for people that want crack. I didn't know you could score crack for $3.
I didn't know it was that cheap either. I thought at least $5 per rock.
Jesus, $3. You got to move a lot of rocks.
Yeah.
To make some
Profit
money.
margin
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
be good on that.
You got those $3. Jesus,
But I can
that's
see
like
why-
that Wonderful Whites.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
She was
For
like,
pills.
Look, I bought these for $6, gonna sell them for $9. Little
Yeah.
boot scoop boogie right here.
Like, okay.
Okay.
All right, money bags.
$3 a pill. Wow.
But I guess all things considered, it's a pretty cheap habit to have crack.
Yeah, that's why
That's a
people
good one.
Yeah, can score
Better
it.
than cocaine.
The cocaine is
How
so
much is? I don't know how much. How much is cocaine? I've never bought
Don't
it.
know.
I wonder. Do you know?
But it's
Blue Man,
definitely
about cocaine?
it's the it's the higher class.
Yeah.
Droga.
Los drogas.
Yeah, you don't score it for $3.
Not.
Hey man, how
the
much
rock
coke
form.
can I get for $3? They might take one little grain and go like, there you go.
Yeah.
See if you can find that.
God, crack.
Jesus.
Who's smoking crack?
Trying to smoke that shit.
It's tough.
Man, you ain't kidding.
How do you
It's tough out here
how do you
smoking that crack.
Get into that. Like, you know that it's bad for you. Everybody knows not to smoke crack at this point, right?
Yeah, starting it is a really bad thing. That and heroin, when you try
Yeah.
heroin, I'm going to
Yeah,
give
you
it a shot.
I don't think so. I think everybody, it's universally acceptedly, it's a bad idea.
Oh, yeah. It's real bad.
Real bad. Oh. Oh my gosh.
Lost them shits. Lost them shits.
Did you brush today?
Yeah.
Your teeth are really dirty.
Thanks.
They look like thief's teeth.
All right.
They're like brown in parts.
Dear mommies,
God, that was really gross.
I have a couple things to tell you. I've been listening every week for just over a year now, and because of you, I went to the dentist for the first time in 5 years. The reason I
Good.
stopped my last dentist was a dick, doing things like refusing to use Novocaine. Luckily, it wasn't too bad, just 2 cavities.
Good.
I feel now that I will be a dentist regular. Well, that's great.
Good for
That is
you.
great. You don't know who that's from?
Good for you.
No. Well, this next one has the name in it. But yeah, congratulations, and we definitely encourage you to definitely go to the dentist as often. I found a guy, by the way, when I was at the doctor. He works in the dentist's office, selling whitening trays for discounts. The gel. Yeah.
You found a guy.
Yeah.
What?
Here's what happened. I'm waiting to get my butthole checked. This is the truth.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to get my butthole checked. The guy in
Okay.
scrubs walks in, goes to the counter, and he goes, "Hey, I work at whatever doctor 3 doors down."
Okay.
The
$3 for crack. Go ahead.
And he goes, "We are moving to whatever, a new office, but we wanted to tell people in the building that if you want to get your teeth whitened, we're giving it for free to other..."
You got to go.
No. He goes, "God, you're the worst. God, you have big teeth." And
my teeth are perfect.
No, they're not.
They're so good.
Then he goes, I said, "Hey, what did you just say?" I called him out. And he goes, "Oh, I'm just doing this." He goes, "Oh, I like that you asked. Well, we sell the gel as well." He goes, "Do you have the molds?" I go, "I do. I have the trays." He goes, "If you go to this site," and he gave me like a passcode. He said, "You can order the gels, the refill stuff, for just like wholesale cost."
We have a whole fridge full of.
Not anymore. We don't.
Again, it's on the bottom. God damn it! I know. I just fucking saw it yesterday.
No, you didn't.
I'm telling you, it's on the bottom shelf behind the soy milk.
Show
it's
me.
in a fucking
Show
mug,
me.
dude.
Show me. Because by the way, that shit's no good anymore.
Of course it's good.
No, it's not. We moved with it. It was out in
How
the
can
fucking...
the gel's not going to go bad?
He told me it does go
Oh,
bad.
bullshit.
Okay. Well, anyways.
Go
you don't-
buy some more shit you're not going to use on your teeth. By the way, I'm really terrified that I don't have a dentist up here yet.
So call and
if
get
these
one.
pop off, I am fucked.
Call and get one.
I think about it every day.
Why can't you call and get
But
one?
what do I do? Do I call and go, "Hey, I'd
What
like
if-
to become a patient"?
What
in
did I
case
buy
my
that I
veneers-
didn't use for my teeth?
The gel already. You bought the trays. You bought the gel. You never bothered committing to whitening them.
I've whitened them before.
You've done it like 3 times in the last 2 years.
Hey, mommies, my name is
listen
Matt.
to me. I'm
I just had
being
my
serious.
first dental appointment in close to 20 years. I am 28 years old and have been too nervous to even look into going for fear of getting judged. After listening to you talk about the importance of keeping teethies high and tight, like my jeans, I bit the bullet. I am happy to report that I came out of my appointment with only 3 minor cavities. I did find out that I'm going to need my wisdom teeth removed.
Oh, that's the worst.
Because my bottom ones grew at a 90-degree angle and will cause future issues. That's
fucked
I
up.
brush my teeth at least once a day. Should go for
Let's try for twice, guys.
floss
at a minimum.
fairly regularly.
No,
and
every day.
Always use mouthwash.
Okay.
Thank you for giving me the courage to go to the dentist and step up my teeth game. I do have one tough question, though. Why is Bert Chrysler so fat? Excellent question. We don't know. Nobody knows. But I'm very proud of you for going to the dentist, and you should continue to go and try to up those.
Can I finish
stats.
asking my question?
What?
So what do I do? Do I
What?
call it some dentist and I go, "I'm a new patient. I just want to enroll or something"?
Here's what I would do.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm being serious.
I would call our old dentist
Again?
and I would say, "Hey, I moved up here.
Yeah.
Do you recommend anybody in
I
this
did
area?"
already.
Okay.
He didn't know shit.
Okay, so that was the first one. The second one would be call our physician
Yeah.
who works in that area and say, "We moved up here. I used to have a guy down there. We're up here now. Can you recommend a dentist?" And he's going to say, "Yes, Dr. Dick-Dick-Dop-Poo-Poo."
But do I call the dentist before my veneers pop off accidentally?
Yes, get a, yes.
Like get a record already established?
Sure.
I'm going to do it tomorrow.
Do it.
Look, I'm writing it on my fucking hand.
Okay,
Ah, shit.
I got to get going.
You got to go?
Yeah, I got to go.
What do you got? You got some shit to do?
Yes. By the way, somebody, we played, I think, a soccer guy, and I said something like, "Oh, no other sports announcers are as passionate as soccer announcers." And
Uh-oh.
here's a hockey.
Oh, hockey. I love.
Obviously are feeling the effects of exhaustion. Here's a long pass to center. Brought in over the line with O'Reilly. O'Reilly drags it, shoots it, he scores!
It's good.
Well, they won't take that one back.
That was not as
No,
crazy as the
soccer
soccer
is
guys.
craziest.
Not even close.
It's good for America.
Yeah.
Is this American? They're not Canadian.
Yeah, no, that's Buffalo.
Hi, Schnitzel.
I mean, it was passionate, but come on.
Hi, Bitzel.
It's not like the soccer guys.
dummy.
Or football. All right. Anything else, Jeans, you got? You want to say anything?
I almost tore our dog's head off.
Anything?
Hi. No, no. I love you guys. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Don't hang out with losers.
Don't hang out with fucking losers. You want to know why you're a fucking loser?
I think that hurt.
YourMomsHousePodcast.com. Thank you for getting the Double Pipe Classic shirts. Please sign up for Patreon. Put that down. And TomSegura.com, tickets for shows. ThousandRanch.com for Chris Jeans. Anything else? We're all good?
No.
All right. Here is a song by, is it Son of Nothing?
Yeah.
Son of Nothing with the Double Pipe Classic song.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
See you
Bye,
later,
guys.
Schnitzel. Bye, Mommy. 3:17 p.m., June 20th, 2016. I witnessed Tom having a Double Pipe Classic. They're extremely rare, and you can't force them. Double Pipe Classics. It's a surprise. Just gonna burp. Just gonna fart. It happened. Double Pipe Classics. Pipe Classics. It's a surprise.
Double Pipe Classic. The Pipe Classic fart. Really? Yeah.
Double Pipe Classic.
Burp fart.
Double Pipe Classic.
Fart burp. Both. Boom. Fart. Really? Yeah.
Double Pipe Classic.
Burp fart.
Double Pipe Classic.
Fart burp. Both. Boom. Fart.
Classics. 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 You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You have a motherfucking script that a fucking monkey can read. My tits are too small. Oh, your tits are just right, though. My tits are too small. Cocksuckers. And we used to drink at lunch, and we drank at breakfast. Nobody in this fucking room has gone through any kind of pain like this, especially you, cunt. Besmirched. And everybody understand besmirched? Well, look it up. Google fuck it. Facebook, link fuck, tweet fuck, Google fuck it. And this is you, YouTubers. Pay attention, YouTubers, you fucking cunts. You faggot, laugh and fart, fags. Because you're all cunts. I insult everybody. I don't discriminate. My daughter, God love her, would say, my daddy treats everybody the same. He treats them like shit. You're a cunt. But you're so fucking stupid. Because you're all cunts, Merry Christmas, go fuck yourself on that note. Happy note.